Welcome, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Married to the Lakers, but the NBA is my side chick. As you could hear in my voice, I'm not happy. It's been a while. We are here. This is fresh off the cup game. Just lost to the Spurs. There's so much to talk about, you guys. I don't remember when my last episode was. There's been a lot going on. I've had a lot of ideas, and I've been trying to just kind of see what was going on because I saw this trend coming, and it was starting to bother me. And I was trying to figure out what was going to happen. We know since this season has started, the Lakers needed to make some moves to strengthen this roster. Now, here's the issue. We were the number 2 seed. I don't know what we are now. We might be like the 4 seed now, but we were the number 2 seed. So it's hard to say, hey man, we need to change this team up, and we keep winning. And basically what has been happening, we've been beating teams we were supposed to beat. The Toronto win was a good win, but they're young. And the Minnesota wins were good wins, but Minnesota always comes out the gate slow. Uh, but they are an athletic team. But other than that, we have lost badly to athletic contenders. So like we haven't had like good showings in statement games, but we've been beating the teams we're supposed to beat, which is fine. But as the schedule gets a little tougher, you don't want to look up and you can't make no moves. So the losses have been somewhat like exposing like the weaknesses that we all know are there. The only positive about the losses is it lets everybody in the organization know we need to change some things. Where did we start? There's so many. The Lakers are in such a very interesting spot. Let's talk about the league first. And if you guys haven't, make sure you like the page and giving it a thumbs up. Please give this video a thumbs up. So the league as a whole is in this transition. This isn't the first time you've heard me say this. It's in a transition where the really, really good players and the names are starting to get caught up by talent and youth and skill in the league. So a player that was really, really good is now starting to be, he's still good, but there's a competitive argument for him against somebody who might not be as good, but is now younger and has some can run a little faster than he used to. It's like LeBron's 41. LeBron's still a freak athlete, but there's athletes that might not be the same level as him, but they're younger than him, so it looks like they're more athletic than him. And again, it's not a LeBron diss game. LeBron's trying to find his rhythm. He will work himself in the rhythm. I'm not really worried about him. There's so many little nuanced things about this team that are kind of all over the place. Luka, let's start with Luka. Luka's fine. Luka's gonna play the way that he plays. Luka's 26. I have no worries about Luka. Defensively, sure, there's some shortcomings, but I love his effort when he's focused and doing that on that side. Um, and he's almost unstoppable. So Luka's not what we're talking about today. LeBron is 41. He's taken up a lot of the budget, but we expect that in the playoffs he will be worth every dollar. He does take plays off on defense, but when he's good, he's good, and when he's great, and it's LeBron James. What are we going to talk about? You're going to sell tickets, so it's not really nothing to talk about. Austin has played himself into this money, right? He has some shortcomings in his athleticism, but him and Luka look great together. Him and LeBron look great together. Now, the three of them as a tandem haven't technically been that great, but that's hard to see because LeBron hasn't been back that long, and he just recently is starting to find his rhythm within like the last 2 games. So there's that. Rui. Oh, Rui. Rui is playing out of position. So let's start there. Rui is a 4. He is a knockdown shooter at the 4. He is not a good defender. He is a mistake-making defender. Austin has limitations on defense. So when somebody has limitations on defense, then you can kind of cover up for their mistakes. When somebody makes mistakes on defense, then ain't nothing you could do about that. Does it? Let me just think. Forget basketball for a second, you guys. Just think logically. If we're going into a game and you say, man, Austin got a guard, Jaden McDaniels. And you say, well, Austin's 6'4", Jaden McDaniels is 6'7". Austin is not as fast as Jaden McDaniels. He's not as strong as Jaden McDaniels. And Jaden McDaniels is a better athlete. Okay, cool. So we need to help Austin on those switches. When Rui is a problem, he just didn't watch a rotation, or he just didn't see a back cut, or he just didn't move his feet right, or he fouls in a bad spot. So it's like little stuff like that. Now, I don't want to be too hard on Rui because Rui also does something that's really amazing. Rui don't have to touch the ball for 2-3 quarters and will get the ball, catch it, and knock it down. He's shooting like 43% from three. So he is a knockdown catch and shoot shooter when he don't barely touch the ball. But he's playing with LeBron, Austin, and Luka in that starting lineup, and Ayton. DeAndre Ayton's getting his touches. Luka's getting his touches. LeBron is getting his touches. Austin's getting his touches. Rui's not getting the ball. So if Rui is good on offense and he's in the starting lineup, playing out of position, making mistakes on defense, and he can't capitalize on the offense because he's not getting to shoot the ball, you have to take him out of the starting lineup. Especially when the Lakers have one of the weakest bench in the league. Another issue. Rui mentally consistently shows that he does not want to come off the bench. He has said it out loud. He has, and they don't want to mess with his mental and make him come off the bench and not be productive at all because he's coming off the bench and he's knocking down the shots he's supposed to, but he ain't getting no touches. Does that make sense? And then who do you put in the starting lineup? Well, the answer would be Marcus Smart. Here's the problem. Marcus is not a knockdown shooter, and the starting lineup needs space. So whoever is going to get that shot kind of needs to be able to knock it down. But Marcus's defensive abilities and his intensity and his focus on defense is beautiful. The problem is he don't be healthy. So now you putting him in the starting lineup. Your starting lineup is going to consistently be out of whack because Marcus Smart ain't healthy. The way he has played basketball over his career and his age and attrition has shown up to be that he has back spasms. He's going to take games off. It's going to be hard for him to play back to backs. So now your starting lineup's all over the place, right? And that's such a weird thing. It's such a nuanced issue because it's like it's not the worst thing in the world. But we can't win a championship like this. Jake LaRavia is not good enough, not consistent enough, and that's all because of his youth. He'll be fine. He's just young. He ain't never had this much on his shoulders, and going in, and he ain't never been asked to do this much. He'll get better over the summer. I'm not worried about Jake. Gabe is way too inconsistent on the jumper, and he's small. The jumper's just too inconsistent. He's streaky. He's one of those things you call like as a streaky shooter. So when he's knocking them down, it's like, whoo, that boy on fire. And then when he's missing, it's like, I don't know what he's doing out there. He plays reasonable positional basketball defense, but he's small, right? And then Vando's not getting in the game at all. He can't get in the game. Whatever's going on with him and JJ, he can't get in the game. JJ doesn't trust certain lineups. So, I don't know how the players are feeling when you're not playing certain people and not playing the centers and so on and so forth. DeAndre Ayton doesn't really have this high motor, but Ayton's been fine this season, right? Like he's been good, right? I want to keep him as our starting center. I think Ayton's fine, right? So what needs to happen? Well, the Lakers need to make a move. And you can't make a move when you're winning this much, but now we're losing games. So let's talk about moves. I think we need to call the Clippers. Why? Because the Clippers are going through this situation with Chris Paul. Married to the Lakers, NBA is my side chick. Chris Paul got sent home by the team and has been not with the team. The Clippers have 14 players on their roster. And they're in the same situation with the Lakers where they only have they're like 1.2 under the cap or something like that. So they can't cut Chris Paul because his money would still go against the cap, and they can't sign another player with that amount of money. available. They would need more money available, and so you can't just waive him. He's not going to agree to a buyout because he's pissed that they sent him home like a child. Um, and he's on a minimum anyway, and he's already said he's going to retire. So they got to move him somewhere. Chris Paul some years ago had some situation with everybody wants to. I'm pretty sure he wants to be in LA or as close to LA as possible. His daughter was sick a while ago, so I know he likes to be close to home. He's very happy to be back in LA with his family. The Lakers are in LA. All the Clippers. They don't want to do business with us. It's okay. I'm going to express something in this episode that I need to kind of get across because it's this weird dynamic. The Lakers are star hunters, but we need to be building out a championship team. Here is the misnomer that is pissing me off that I don't see anybody talking about. Everybody keeps saying the Lakers need a 3-and-D wing. We need one more piece. We need a 3-and-D two-way player starting two to three caliber of a 2-3. We need a starting three guard. We need a starting three guard. We need a starting three guard that can play defense, that adds some athleticism to the team. And I disagree. We do not need a starting three guard, and now we are a contender. We need two of them. We need two 3-and-D wings. We will be better off with two mid-level 3-and-D wing, mid to starting level 3-and-D wings would do us better than one all-star level 3-and-D wing with the team that we have. And this is give or take if you keep Rui or not. So let's say we added Andrew Wiggins, right? Let's say we were able to add Andrew Wiggins without giving up Rui Hachimura. That is not enough because now you got Luka, AR, Wiggins, Braun, and Ayton. So now you putting all defensive responsibilities on Andrew Wiggins, which is cool. You could shift Austin to your secondary best defender, but most teams, especially the ones that we've been struggling against with the high level athleticism, have two of these guys, and our athleticism is still all over the place. So you need two of these players, not one. We need to call the Clippers. You call the Clippers and you offer Maxey or Gabe. Either way, I'm fine. I think maybe Gabe and Dalton and you offer Max and Gabe and maybe a second or a swap and the first, if necessary, for CP3 and Derrick Jones Jr. Why? Derrick Jones Jr. is the prize. I don't care about CP3, you guys. CP3 is Gabe to me. I don't care if he does anything. I don't care if he gets in the game. I expect that if CP3 was on the team, he would do better than Gabe does. I believe that he would be more consistent than Gabe. I believe that right now, today, he's a better player than Gabe Vincent is. So, and he's going to retire. He's not going to be on the team next year. Who cares? But what you have locked down is you have locked down Derrick Jones Jr. And why is that? Derrick Jones Jr. is a starting level 3. He's an athlete, a freak athlete at that. And he went to the finals with Luka Doncic. He already knows how to play with him. He already trusts him. When he was with Luka, he shot the 3 well, and he defended well. Bring Derrick Jones Jr. onto the team. That's one. If you're able to keep the first and or Dalton, then you offer the next deal for another player at that Derrick Jones Jr. level. You might not be able to get Herb Jones, but that doesn't matter. If you could call the Kings and maybe offer Rui and a first, let's say Rui, Vando and a first, or Rui, Maxey and a first for Malik Monk and Keon Ellis. Do you see the team I'm building now? So don't think about what I just gave away. Think about now what we have. What you have is you still have Luka, you still have Austin, you still have Braun, you still have DeAndre Ayton. You now can start with either Keon Ellis, who shoots the 3 very, very well and is an amazing defender, starting level 3 guard, who's not getting no playing time at SAC, or Derrick Jones Jr., right? Off the bench, you now have bench production because you got Malik Monk, you have CP3, You have Keon Ellis or Derrick Jones Jr., whoever's not starting. You still got Jake LaRavia. You still got Marcus Smart. Do you see what I'm doing? We have reconfigured this team, and you have opened up a slot on your team for you've opened up a slot on your team to have to go pick up somebody else if you need to, or upgrade a player from the G League, or whatever you want to do. But you now have, or wait for somebody in the what's name. But you have transitioned this team to a more athletic team by adding three pieces. Nobody cares about CP3. I don't care about CP3. You got Malik Monk on your coming off your bench scoring. Malik Monk is a is an athlete and a 3-point shooter, and he's instant offense off the bench. He automatically fixes your bench scoring almost by himself. And if he can't do it by himself, you can then also Jake's gonna do. He played with Jake already, so it's like you're kind of doing that. Now, let's say you can't get these pieces. I think those are the kind of deals that the Lakers should be looking to do. Here's the piece that's bothering me. We keep having these conversations about not moving that first round pick, and I don't know why. I think the hope is that, oh, we could get Giannis, or oh, we could get Jokic. I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening. I don't think that is. I think there's no chance in hell that's happening. The the way that we would do it is, one, nothing is showing that that's even a possibility. Giannis is saying he wants to go to New York, and I think the other options are like, I think teams are going to offer way more than we can. If I'm Milwaukee, and you say Giannis for Karl Anthony Towns and any semblance of a deal, I'm taking that deal. If I'm over a deal around Austin and one first, because we only have one first right now. Now in the summertime, we'll have more first, and that's very important. If you say Giannis for Anthony Davis, because we're not sure if the Mavs gonna hold on to him. If you say Giannis for Zach LaVine, and it's like there's so many other deals that could be done in Milwaukee. I just don't know why you hold on. I don't know. There's other ways to make the money work. You see what I'm saying? For Tyler Hero and uh and Hillel Ware. It's a better deal than it is for Austin and Rui. So I don't think we're going to be able to get Giannis. I do not think that that's on the table. I don't even think that that conversation's even worth having. And on top of that, I don't know if him and Luka work. I love Giannis, but Giannis is also 31. Keep the team young. You're okay. Because even if you don't win it this year, you need to be in a better position than going into next year. And that's something the Lakers are very bad at because we are star hunters. So I don't want us to be in this position. And yes, we were able to pull off a Luka trade. So who knows what we can pull off because we do crazy stuff all the time. But I think that our pieces need to be more intriguing. When you're looking at the teams in the league that are winning have depth. Is Shea and a bunch of randomness in OKC. Yes, Chet is okay. But Chet is a first round pick that didn't play his first year. He about 2-3 years in the league. He looks great, but I think a lot of that is because he's next to Shea. Does Williams look good? Yes, but I think a lot of that is because he's next to Shea. Shea is unstoppable on offense, right? They look great. They look great. And a lot of the good teams have that. They have 5, 6, 7 athletes and defenders and so on and so forth. Right. So eventually LeBron won't be on this team no more. I don't know if he's gonna get traded. I don't know if he's gonna retire. I don't know. He might stay another year. That's not worth talking about because this year you got to be able to restructure. You're gonna have to pay Aiden. You're gonna hopefully be able to hold on and retain Marcus Smart. We know you're gonna have to max out AR. You already gave Luka his money. Cool. Now what else? If Jake stays at his money, because that's Jake's probably at the right budget for his money, then what else? You see what I'm saying? What else is on this team? You got to be able to lock in some contracts, you guys. You got to be able to lock in some pieces that are two-way available. And when you're casing the league, players just aren't that available. So we might have to do an overpay. The Lakers are holding on to this first round pick with their life, and I don't know. It's like, yeah, if you could get they don't want to give up the first round pick unless it makes them a championship team. But what if it makes you a championship team in a year? What if it don't make you a championship team this year? What if it makes you a championship team a year from now? Does that make sense? Like maybe you trade Rui and do a sign and trade for Rui and get some first back. Just in general, like maybe you finagle some more second round picks because this summer we're gonna have some picks back. That's the thing that keeps getting left out of this conversation. I don't know why we're holding on to this one pick. Like, oh, we ain't gonna have a pick for a long time. No, we have picks coming this summer. I think two. I think we get two picks back this summer. So this is the last summer we'll be walking around with one pick. So I say move it and move it now so you don't waste this year because LeBron is here. Hey, you gonna try to win it when he's 43. Like you got to do it now. You got to do it now. I don't want you to make a panic move. I want you to get players that are around the age of 25, 26, 27 that are two-way, that are athletic, that can shoot the three. That's what I want. Herb Jones will be great. I do not think that the Pelicans do any deals with us. Um, I think people are going to make better offers. We be missing like stuff that just shouldn't slip through. Missing like Sadiq Bey and like it's like little pieces that I'm like, bro, how did we miss that? Norman Powell. Like it's like I've been watching these players. So you guys know the fantasy. I've been watching these players and their numbers for a while. Julian Champagnie and like Keldon Johnson. We should be able to get him from San Antonio. I don't know how much longer Lou Dort's going to be able to stay up there, but the Canadian thing and their friendship, he might stay. So we got to figure that out. The CPT I think I think the Clippers don't want to do business with us, but they want to do right by CP. Hey, we gonna help you with the CP thing. We know they're not gonna give us Zubac. We don't want Kawhi. We don't want Harden. So hey man, just throw in Derrick Jones Jr. I think Derrick Jones Jr. hurt anyway. Give us Derrick Jones Jr. We'll take CP3 off your hands. You give us Derrick Jones Jr. and we're gonna give you some expiring contracts because I think the Clippers gonna blow it up anyway. I think they're gonna blow it up anyway. I think they're gonna blow this whole team up. They are so bad right now. So if they're gonna blow up the team anyway, you might as well do right by CP3. CP3 is better than Gabe Vincent today, right now. I think he's better than Gabe Vincent. So and who cares? If we get to the playoffs and CP3 don't play and you have a rotation of 8 players, but you got Derrick Jones Jr. in your starting lineup with Austin and Luka. You got Braun and you got Aiton. You got Rui coming off the bench. Put him on the bench now so he can figure it out. Maybe you can't make that next deal. Maybe not. This is not the time, right? But you got Rui cannot start because here's the flip of this. Part of the reason that they want to hold on to Rui and do right by Rui is because the chemistry with Luka and Austin is so good. And they're looking at this little core as the core. Okay, cool. So let's say LeBron's gone, and now Rui is your starting 4. He's going to be a little bit better on defense. Still not good. Still not good. And still not, I don't think, getting enough touches. So, he is our weakest defender on the team. Trust, know, and believe. Rui Hachimura is a worse defender than Luka Doncic, than Austin Reeves, than Bronny. He's the worst defender on the team. And he's our best shooter. And he's knocked down, he a bucket. So it's this really weird dichotomy. But players like that, you gotta put them on the bench, or we have to bolster the depth on this team. We need bench scoring. The San Antonio game tonight, they dog walked us. Their bench came in and killed us. Marcus Smart, our bench had a bunch of points, but don't get it confused. Our bench didn't do good. That is Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart had a great game. Marcus Smart was coming off the bench with a great game. 26, 27 points. He was the only person shooting threes, hitting them. and kept leaving them open. He kept hitting them. Now, do I believe that that's true? No, I don't believe that's who Marcus Smart is. I don't want to go around trusting that. But I also don't want to look up and we stay how we are. If Austin is your third best defender, you're in a good spot. I think we need two, you guys. I think we need two. I think we need two of those players. There's a boy in Charlotte. I don't know if Charlotte will do business with us. So who will do business with us? Brooklyn will, but Brooklyn gonna be tricky right now, right? Because they're trying to tank and they don't really have the pieces we need. Will Philly do business with us? Could we get Grimes? I don't know. He's kind of looking for some money right now. Miami, they wanted Wiggins, but Wiggins playing so good, and they rolling right now. I don't know if they do a deal with us now. You see what I'm saying? So it's like there might be a Lakers tax, there might be an overpay, but if it makes the team better now and in the long run, if you could add a player to the team that is like let's think about it like it's DeAndre Ayton. If you could add a player to the team, aka like a DeAndre Ayton, that is for now and into your future, because DeAndre is on the same timeline with Luca, that's worth it. That's worth it. Give up the pick. Give up the pick, you guys. It's starting to be annoying. You'll get more picks, you guys. No, yeah, it might not make you the best team right now, but that's okay. We'll have money, and we fix some stuff in the summer. And you add some more pieces. You got to navigate it the right way. But if you have to trade, if you got to trade Austin or maybe it's Vando. I don't know what it is. I know we don't have enough. That's what I know. I know we don't have enough. I know we got to do some finagling in this on this team. I know if we had some money, I know that we're gonna have money this summer, and I'm pretty positive we got picks coming in this summer. I think we get 1 second back, and I think we get two first, or 2 seconds and two first, or something like that. Because I know after this summer, if we hold on to the pick we have, we'll have like I think our pick from this year plus the one we've been holding on to, plus I think one more or two more. And then we'll also have like I think 2 more seconds. So I think we go up to three first and 2 seconds. If we don't do nothing this summer, I think that's what happened. So if that's the case, give up the pick. Give up the pick. That's it, man. I'm not gonna keep y'all. I'm annoyed. I don't like that loss today. I really wanted to win that game because I wanted to see how we hold up if we play OKC because they the standard. Now we get to play Phoenix again, and they just kind of dog walked us. Hey, call Phoenix. I don't believe in their ownership over there. I think if you offer Phoenix a first and Rui and Gabe and Dalton, I think they'll give you Dylan Brooks. You see what I'm saying? Do you see the deal I'm trying to work? If we could get, let's say we could get Dylan Brooks and then do another deal and get CP3 and Derrick Jones Jr. Now you got Dylan Brooks, Derrick Jones Jr., Marcus Smart, Austin, Luca, Braun, Aiton, Hayes, Jake. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like grow out the depth. I think if you only had because then you could roll out a lineup and let's say Austin's having a bad game, right? They kind of picking on him in offense. All right, cool. Take Austin out the game. And you put what's name in the game? Or you put take Austin out the game. You got Luca out there, and you put Derrick Jones Jr. out there. You put Dylan Brooks out there, and you put LeBron out there, and you put Aiton out there. Now you got two of these defenders. Now you can put one of them on Shea and one of them on Jay Will. Now you can put one of them on Jamal Murray and one of them on uh, Johnson. Right now you can, and then you let Luca do what he does. Now you can put one on Amen Thompson and one on KD. But if you only have one, I don't care who it is. If you only have one, If you only have one, you got to remember if we get Giannis, if we were to trade for Giannis, Giannis costs $60 million. The amount of players we would have to trade to fill in for Giannis is outrageous. But if you were able to get him, if you were able to get him, you got to let's watch the teams that are talking about blowing it up and starting over, and let's pick the carcasses. We don't need to go kill out in the jungle. There are teams that are struggling that look like they about to blow it up anyway. Let's go pick the carcasses because the players that would be perfect for the Lakers ain't available. If we could get Dyson Daniels and Jalen Johnson from Atlanta, then that'd be the most beautiful thing ever, but they ain't available. I don't think that the Pelicans will ever do business with us because of Anthony Davis. So we're not getting Herb Jones, you guys. We're not getting Trey Murphy. Y'all can stop that talk, right? Not you want keep Luca and Austin together. They're both 26, 27, 6, 7. You keep them together. They are your core. You add around them athletes and defenders. Athletes and defenders. LeBron is not going to be able to carry this team anymore. He's officially the third option. Y'all can stop with the Austin talk. Stop trying to trade Austin, you guys. He's gonna be on one. He gonna make an all NBA team, and he an all star now. It's over, bro. It's over. He literally carried the Lakers to win 40 points at a time. He is a winning player. And even with this game he played tonight, which is one of his worst games, he played the last game he was really bad. His jumper's just off right now, and that happens with players, and that's okay. That's not what I'm worried about. But he played hard, 15, 7, and 8, 3 turnovers. But that was not the issue. That was not the problem. That's not why we lost that game because all of a sudden Austin didn't have the 30 points he normally has. He's not gonna always be able to do that. That's not the problem. He had 15. LeBron had 19. Marcus Smart had 26. That's not the problem. The problem is we couldn't stop him. The problem is De'Aaron Fox is fast as fuck, boy. He fast as fuck, boy. That's the problem. The problem is they are running the offense at us. With it ain't just De'Aaron Fox though. It ain't just De'Aaron Fox. It's De'Aaron Fox and uh Dylan Harper and Devin Vassell, and then Keldon Johnson was on fire, and Wemby didn't even play. This is annoying. It's annoying, you guys. We got to go find some pieces. Who will do business with us? Who wants cap space next year? We trade Maxi and if we could do Dalton and expiring. I don't care which one it is. For a piece that fits, and you do the first and expiring and whatever else it takes that's not named Luca or Austin or Aiton for the next piece or Smart. This is the thing. You cannot give up Luca, AR. I'm not even going to mention LeBron. LeBron ain't going nowhere. Luca, AR, Aiton, Smart, Laravia. Hold those. Vando could go. Rui, I want to keep Rui. Be very clear. I want to keep Rui. I want him coming off the bench, but I want to keep him. But if we can't, if we got to give up, if we could do a deal that says it's Matt, let's say it's Gabe and a first for a 3-and-D player, Derrick Jones Jr., Grimes, what's old boy name in Portland? Matisse Thybulle. Side note: Herb Jones Jr. be hurt all the time. He's had real problems staying healthy. You guys, when y'all be trying to trade Austin for him, don't trade Austin, stupid. No, you keep Austin. But if we could get just there's a green in Charlotte, like one of those pieces doesn't have to be the most amazing piece ever. There's somebody who we know can defend, shoot the three, and guard the two guard. That's what we need. We need somebody who can guard twos and threes. We got a little bit of speed on them and got some athleticism. All right, cool. That's one. Keon Ellis, great pickup. If you got to give up a first and Rui for Keon Ellis, you do it. Or let's say Rui and Dalton, and then you give up a first and the expiry for the other one. But you need two of them. You need two of them. Not one. Nobody's talking about that. You can watch all the podcasts you want. Nobody's saying that. We do not need one. We need two. All right, man. So I'm done. I'm not a happy person right now. I love my Lakers. My next game is on Christmas. It's gonna be a big game. Hey, hey, hey. On Christmas Day, we play the Rockets. You're gonna really see what's what. This is a big challenge for us. It's a big challenge for us. Are you hearing me? This is a big challenge for us. KD, Shangoon, um, Amin Thompson, Steven Adams, Clint Capella, DFS. They got pieces over there. They're very good. They're very athletic. This is going to be a matchup problem for us. We need a statement win. I'll try to be back on before that. I do want to give you guys my theory about the cup tournament. But OKC plays San Antonio now with no Wemby. It's craziness. And New York plays Orlando. Probably going to be New York and OKC, I would assume. OKC, I would assume, going into the in-season tournament. We play Phoenix Sunday. It'll be a challenge, but, you know, I wanted OKC. I want to play OKC. I don't want to. I believe we're going to beat Phoenix. But, oh, I'm sorry. I have to say this. We have to stop with this lackadaisical energy. I'm so glad I did not forget this. I am sick of this lackadaisical approach that we have to the game and just the way that we come out. And it's just like our motors just don't kick in the high drive until we get in our tails whooped. And then we start swarming on defense. And then we start running hard on defense. And then we start running out on closeouts. It's annoying. Because if you look at last year, when we were one of the top defensive teams in the league, that's what we did. And we got better defenders this year, and we just don't do it. We're in better shape. We're winning, so it's like, oh no, when it's time to get good, we'll win, and we just don't turn it up like we need to. And it's like, no, you could just see it, bro. This ain't basketball ain't that difficult. When you see that ball swing, you see it swing, and you see it swing, and you see that slow closeout, or you see somebody take a wide open jump, and don't nobody run at him. Run at him. When you see them running at him every time, win or lose, hit or miss, you go after him every time. You challenge every shot, or at least most of them. There was way too many wide open shots in the first half of that game. And that was annoying. I was watching this game. I was like, oh, they're going to lose. They were up, and I was like, they're going to lose. They're trying to find a rhythm, but basketball's a game of runs. And eventually, this other team's going to go on a run, and our intensity's not on point, and they look focused. And sure enough, that bench came in, ran us right out the room because our bench is not good. It does not make some sense to have Rui starting if he ain't going to get no shots and he bad on defense. He's not doing anything then. He ain't playing good on defense. He ain't helping over there, and he ain't putting up no shots. So what are you doing there? Put him on the bench. I love you guys. It's your boy, Kingsley. Make sure you're watching Killin It Pod. Make sure you're following the YouTube, BT Kingsley. Love.